Right now you like pow, but when I'm done you're gonna be like pillar pow.
Hey guys, welcome back. Another video today about the infection. You're going to get this from the hut at the beginning of the Hammerlock's hunt. It's a seraph weapon, so you will need crystals for it, but there's no better place to test these weapons, corrosion weapons, than Washburn Refinery. So looking at this build again, it's a Trickster build, probably slightly more optimal now, although there's still a few points you could move around. Left tree here, you really want to be looking at inertia, converge. Depends on how many you want in quicken. Obviously mind's eye, wreck, elated for when you phase lock things. Life tap again, depends on how many you want in life tap. You could put that in quicken, you could put them in other places. The most important ones in this whole build though is chain reaction, cloud kill. You'll see that as you go through. Reaper and Ruin. Those four skills there are just ridiculous. Anyway, so this is a blurred Trickster, so you've got chain reaction, kinetic reflection. Obviously you want the corrosive relic. Chain lightning is really to take shields down, so you could take a few different grenades, but it's the antagonist today. Now I was using the sham to go through the blood shots. You could use the antagonist because it's just as good. Doesn't soak up ammo, but it's ridiculously good. Now weapon wise, it's about the infection. You could use a Moxie's ruby, which obviously heals you at the same time. So if you were using a ruby, obviously you wouldn't have points in the healing. And you've also got the corrosive pimpernel, which is great for going around hip shotting and long shotting things. So any of those weapons really, but this will just show you how the infection works and how massive amount of dot damage it does. You can see there, if something's slagged, it melts them, absolutely melts them. You won't believe the combination of cloud kill and this together. The dot damage into the millions, 3 million. It's incredible. You just see the robots evaporate. Now obviously once you've killed something, you can see them there, they shoot bullets at you. Kinetic reflection deflects them, and the shield also deflects bullets, which means that they start slagging themselves, but they also do a lot of other things to themselves. I mean, they're going to kill themselves. This is the great thing about this, particularly the shield as well. They kill themselves. Just kinetic reflection combined with the shield is it's insanely effective. Turns you into a complete monster. So once it's slagged, one shot melts it. You can see there the numbers, 3.5 million dot damage. There's nothing else that's going to do that. The AR loaders, I mean, they got shields. That's why you want something electric, just to take the shields down. Probably the biggest problem is the EXP loaders. Anything else, maybe the hot loaders. There's nothing else in here that you really want to worry about apart from the EXP loaders, purely because they run at you, explode and smash your face in. But even the super badasses and stuff like that, you just melt them. I mean, here's a good example. Super badass loader, wait till it's slagged, one shot. You can see the numbers there. It's just like, goodbye. Oh, this pistol is insane. It doesn't do much damage. It only does 35,000 damage. But the actual dot damage, the corrosive damage per second, that's 143,000. Obviously, once you've got the relic on there, that pushes it up to like 200,000. And with badass ranks, this is doing over 200,000. So once you've got it slagged and everything else on top, the bonus in corrosive damage, it's just an insanely effective pistol. It's not all about the damage. You can use dot damage in this game if you get it right. So this is a bit of a OK Corral standoff, this bit. Gotta wait for that gate to open, obviously. And again, the biggest problem in this bit here is the XP loaders, because you're going to get 3 running at you, 2 from one side, 1 from the other side. if anything, this is where you might go into fight for your life, so best not really to be in cover. You're going to have to get a second wind. As long as you can group them together, once you get converged, if you get them pretty close to each other, then the chain reaction, it's just going to bounce those bullets around. You'll take out a few at the same time, as long as they're slagged as well. But it's not so easy to slag them when they're that far apart. You can see cloud kill there. I mean, once you get one in cloud kill and it stays there, then it just destroys itself. But they tend to run out of the cloud kill. That's why it's quite good to use converge and get them to run into one little place. And in some respects, I mean, the shield, again, you don't need points in ward. You don't need anything else, because this is another one of the shields in the game that looks after itself. A very short delay to recharge. It's a big shield. It does damage mitigation. It bounces bullet back. So you don't really need. I mean, the shield just takes care of itself. And by using inertia, you'll see there on the bottom there, you can see that the shield's recharging on a kill skill. And by doing that, it actually keeps you alive probably a lot more than what you'd notice, because if that shield is recharging all the time every time you kill something, it really does help in a lot of situations. You see that badass loader just evaporate. What you got to do is try and time it right, because obviously cloud kill only comes around about, what was it, every 5 seconds. So you just really want to time it right for the big enemies or the EXP loaders if you can. And once you face lock them, you shoot them, and you'll get the combination of the ruin, cloud kill, and the dot damage from the infection, whatever the corrosive weapon you're using. Now, I tested a few of the shields through here. Obviously the sham works well. It works just as well as this, but you've probably got a little bit more advantage with the shield, purely because it slags the enemy and it's bigger. It is a much bigger shield. So. The Rough Rider is a pointless waste of time. The only time I'll ever use that is for fleet. I just don't know how people even use it. 20%, it says 20% reduction. Well, you stand in front of a bunch of robots, test it yourself, or bandits. Compared to this shield and sham, it's got nothing, absolutely nothing on them. I also tried this with the legendary siren mod. Now, obviously you can use phase lock a lot more, but it actually didn't seem as effective. So I know everyone goes on about, wanting legendary mods, and you've got to have these legendary mods, but Maya is one of the classes in the Borderlands that you can use virtually any weapon, any of the class mods, all 3 skill trees. Such a diversity in the way that you can play with this character. I mean, I love it. Ever since the game first came out, back in whatever year it was, I can't remember, 3 years ago, isn't it? Something like that. I think Maya was the one character that I started going towards, and I realised over time you can just such flexibility, so many diverse builds that you can do. You're not limited. But at the moment, this is probably the most effective build for a lot. I mean, without a B shield and having to try and ramp up the damage, if you use the right element in the right place, ruin, cloud kill is just a chain reaction, and connection for the damage mitigation. It's a really good build. And I like inertia. Maybe people don't use inertia enough, but you think about the speed of the reload and the shield regeneration. It's good, really good. It's a solid build. See here again, it's just they just kill themselves. They really do. They just disappear. You can see the bullets bouncing up towards Pervy. He virtually killed himself then. I don't think I even shot him once, did I? Phase lock, shot, gone. Instant death. This is probably one of the most low-powered pistols at level 72. This is level 72, by the way. But you'll see how quick it's killing things. So you don't always need the most powerful weapons. It's the synergy of everything that's going on. Shield, the relic, class mod, weapon skills. You know, you combine everything. You could stick a fire relic on and turn into a fire, you know, put a shotgun on like the blockhead like we were using in the last video, and it would then just turn into a fire one. So, you know, there's a lot of flexibility. It's quite easy to just change the relic as you're running around. So if you've got a corrosion weapon, fire weapon, and whatever other weapons you've got on you want to use, all you've got to do is change the relic and you get the most out of whatever weapon you're using. Now Hurled, the only problem with Hurled is he's got a shield. You just got to dodge the barrels. It's like Donkey Kong here, isn't it really? But once his shield's gone, watch his health go down. Goodbye. That's mainly Cloud Kill and the infection there. The combination of the two is just astronomical. This is what I love, just being able to stand in front of the enemy. You can see the bullets bouncing back there, the white numbers, but once Cloud Kill's on them, they just won't move. They'll be dead instantly. And that's it. That is Washburn Refinery. Pasted. No problemo. So that's how effective the infection pistol is. Again, you could do that with a ruby corrosive pistol. It's a pretty effective pistol actually, the ruby. You've got a binary one, even better, more damage. So I'll look into a few other things, mucking around over the next few days, and I'll get back to you and see what else we can have fun with. Just tuning in. I'll see you again soon. Bye.